For decades, black and white photography was my specialty for both commercial work and self-assigned projects, but also for the kind of portraits I did, advertising and fashion work, as well as street photography. I ran my own, as well as big commercial darkrooms in Vancouver and Toronto. And in the 80s, there were a lot of black and white catalogs, cheaper than color to print, right? So that was my bread and butter in the early days of my professional career. When I adopted digital belatedly, I often used Photoshop and/or Lightroom to convert color, and plugins like Nikon Zf to make black and white images, and the latter also to tweak my vintage black and white work shot on film. When I bought a Fujifilm X Pro 2, I was happy to use its high contrast Acros film emulation. Now, it wasn't exactly like the real stuff I used in my film days, but it was nice to get that right out of the camera, and I used it often. I missed it after I sold the Fuji system. Enter the Nikon Zf with its own black and white simulations, monochrome, flat monochrome, and deep tone monochrome, with the latter similar to Acros. You can shoot with these baked in straight to JPEG if you like, but I don't. I prefer to shoot RAW. All the simulations are available when you edit in Lightroom. This, to my mind, it's a better option, leaving more room to experiment after the fact. So you can convert with these anytime, and you can see what profile you're working with. The urban location portions of this video were recorded a year ago, a month or so after I bought the ZF, and I've been sitting on it, as I often do, to give what I hope is a more informed opinion. But first, as you may know, I'll be otherwise engaged for at least a while, so I wanted to get this video out now. But I do think that my experience with these black and white picture controls, it's pretty rounded after a year. And I've used this camera with a variety of lenses, from the Nikon 40mm f2 I bought at the same time, to a few third-party lenses that I've reviewed here over the last year. So let's get to those examples. So it's a really different experience shooting in black and white without the distraction of color. And it's wonderful that we have on this Nikon ZF, we can just flip straight into black and white mode here. And if I use the rear LCD, we're actually seeing in black and white. But we can also, if we don't want to chimp the horror, we can close that right up and just concentrate on looking for the shot. So even at this time of day, mid-afternoon, we've already got these beautiful long shadows that we can take advantage of. And actually, I'm going to go and find a street that's totally backlit, and we'll see if we can get some of those. Okay, it's been overdone perhaps, but we're going to get some of those really contrasty backlit shots. Just as an aside, as I said in I think my first sort of mini review of the Nikon ZF when I was setting it up, that I was going to be using it with a neck strap, and really the ergonomics are just fine with smaller lenses, perfect for street photography. And I'm not worried. I have arthritic hands, and I'm not having any problems holding this. It's very comfortable. I made a shot right here years ago, like 1991. With my first autofocus camera. What was that camera? Minolta. And so I'm going to see if I can reprise it. We'll see. It'd be nice if, wouldn't it be awesome if the same guy came along? I'm still here. So, what do you think? Would you, or if you're a ZF user, and I should say these are available in other Z cameras too, like the Z8 and Z6 III, are they something that you'd use or have used? Please let us know in the comments. As I mentioned, color is a distraction when it comes to seeing the final image, whether that be for screen or print. And it's really nice, I think, as a visualization aid to have an approximation right on the LCD. We used a handheld filter in the old days to eliminate color. So that's the main advantage of flicking that switch below the right-hand dial. So here I'm converting video to black and white in post-production, just a desaturation in Final Cut Pro basically. Do you shoot black and white, or maybe you think black and white is so yesterday? I know some people do. Those people who often ask why the hell I shot most of my 80s Vancouver work in black and white. I'll post a link to my answer to that question in the description below. But whatever, I'd really appreciate your opinion in the comments. If you found this video helpful, please do give it the old thumbs up. And if you're new to my growing channel, please do consider subscribing. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss new content from me. In the meantime, take care. Cheers. We'll see you later.